Hello, little ones. Welcome to the Adventures with Grandma Bonnie. Today we have a very special story to tell. It's called The Three Little Piggies. And we have a special guest who's going to play the voice of the wolf, and it is Grandpa Ray. So I hope you enjoy this story. Once upon a time, there was a little old mother pig who had 3 little pigs and not enough food to serve them. When they were old enough, she sent them out into the world to seek their fortune. The first little pig was very lazy. He didn't want to work at all, so he built his house out of straw. The second little pig worked a little bit harder, but he was somewhat lazy too, and he built his house out of sticks. The third little pig worked hard all day and built his house with bricks. It was a sturdy house, complete with a fine fireplace and chimney. It looked like it could withstand the strongest winds. When the work was done, all 3 little pigs played, sang, and danced together the rest of the day. Well, see, they were all brothers, weren't they? They liked each other. The next day, a big bad wolf happened to pass by the lane where the 3 little pigs lived. First, he saw the straw house and smelled the little pig inside. He thought the pig would make a mighty fine meal, and his mouth began to water. So the big bad wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pig, let me in, let me in.
But the little pig saw the wolf's big paws through the keyhole, and he answered back, No, 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 not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Then the big bad wolf showed his teeth and said,
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. Oh no. The first little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. Frustrated, the wolf continued down the lane as he passed by the second house made of sticks. As he approached the house, he smelled the 2 little pigs inside. His mouth began to water as he thought about the fine dinner they would make. So the big bad wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pigs, let me in, let me in.
But the little pigs saw the wolf's pointy ears through the keyhole, and they answered back, No, 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 not by the hair on our chinny chin chins. So the wolf showed his teeth and said,
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. Wow. The wolf was greedy and he tried to catch both pigs at once, but he was too greedy and got neither. The 2 little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hooves would carry them. The wolf chased them down the lane and he almost caught them. But they made it to the brick house just in time and slammed the door, closed before the wolf could catch them. The three little pigs were very frightened. Oh, I would be frightened too, wouldn't you? They knew the wolf wanted to eat them. And that was very, very true. The wolf hadn't eaten all day, and he had worked up a large appetite chasing the pigs around. And now he could smell all three of them huddled inside, and he knew that the three little pigs would make a lovely feast. So the wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pigs, little pigs, let me in, let me in.
But the little pigs saw the wolf's narrow eyes through the keyhole, and they answered back, No, 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 not by the hair on our chinny chin chins. Do you think pigs have chins with hair on them? They do. Have you ever held a little piggy in your lap? They do. So the wolf showed his teeth and said,
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
He huffed and he puffed. He puffed and he huffed. And he huffed and huffed and he puffed and puffed. But he could not blow the house down. At last, he was so out of breath that he couldn't huff and he couldn't puff any more. So he stopped to rest and thought a bit. The wolf got frustrated and tried once again trying to blow the brick house down, but he was still very hungry. Giving up, he turned to go back to the nearby village. He remembered how kind they had been to him the last time he was there. Perhaps he could find a compassionate farmer who would allow him to eat some of his leftovers. They were going to be tossed out anyway. He quickly ran down the road in anticipation. Sure enough, when he reached the outskirts of the village, he found a farmer tending to his vegetable garden. The wolf quickly changed his attitude and expression and kindly asked the farmer,
Do you have any leftover corn or turnips that I could eat? I haven't eaten for some time, and I'm very hungry.
The farmer replied,
Sure, I have plenty. I'll go grab you some.
In exchange for the food, the wolf promised to return the kindness and offered to watch over his garden and keep all the critters away. The farmer was impressed with the wolf's generous offer and invited him to breakfast in his house. The farmer's wife made them both a giant breakfast of pancakes, eggs, a slice of ham, and crispy bacon. She thought the wolf would really like that. And boy, was she right. Would you put butter and syrup on those pancakes? I would. When the three little pigs went to the village for supplies, they saw the farmer in his garden and waved hello as they passed. They spotted the wolf standing near the garden. The wolf gave them a friendly wave. The wolf had found a new home with people that treated him with kindness and respect. He found a new purpose in life. Well, what would that purpose be? To help others and be kind. That works. The three little pigs felt safe and secure as they all lived happily ever after. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little story and you learned some lessons from it too. What does this teach us about taking our time to do things right? Why does this teach us about taking our time to do things? Because somebody else has to pick up after you if you didn't do it right. How do others respond to kindness and respect? When you're kind to someone, have you noticed how they're kind back? Or if they're not, maybe try again. This classic tale helps children understand that shortcuts aren't always the best choice and how kindness and respect is returned. When you say please and thank you, maybe you will get that other cookie or you will be able to take that bicycle ride. If you say please and thank you, it goes a long way. Be kind. Be sure and click on like and give us a big thumbs up. I bet you can. Everybody put your thumbs up and then click on like. Also watch the video all the way through to the end. It helps our channel. Share it with your friends. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Text them, whatever you do. Call them up. And it's free on YouTube. So be sure and let them know. And maybe everybody in the family will enjoy it. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Have a great day.